of red. So now red's behind a troop and lost a position. Will red retaliate by taking a purple one, or is he alright with that? So we're seeing very quickly Zychron, the white player, we're watching from his perspective as allied with all of the players. So he's playing all sides a little bit, but I think that can work in progressive because you're not really looking to battle in the early game. You're looking to build up positions, prepare for kills. He's looking for a kind of mutually beneficial agreement. Why is he hovering with that too? Like, what does he want to communicate with that? There was definitely a reason for that, but I'm not sure exactly what he's going for. Does he want the others to fight for the bonus? Is he trying to signal something? Jacko says, "Hey all, hey Jacko, how's it going?" And he says, "Here to forget the daily troubles and headaches and enjoy some silly plays." Good stuff. Do you play in PRT, Jacko? Oh, we're up to 10 viewers. We're doing good. See, White could take the bonus, but it's like I don't know whether he wants it. Like, is that just going to invite violence? I think this must be stable portals, right? If it started blue, so these, yeah, they're going to stick around. He does take the bonus. What will the others think of that? Like blue, for example, I think could respond by taking his own bonus there quite easily in that bottom right. Like just take a territory, get the +3. Whereas for some of the other players, it's not so easy to take their own bonus, so they might be in a little bit more of a pickle. So Jacko says, "I refuse to pay for access to tournaments, so no, I don't play in closed PRT tournaments." They also do have special events though that are free to enter. Like for example, they have like March Madness is a free for all, March Madness 1v1. Oh, did you see that? Orange. Let me just bring up the bonuses for a second. That's huge. Plays for a +5. Do you think they let him hold that? That feels ambitious. But I mean, yeah, hats off to him if they do, if that's how this is going. Because I mean, all of a sudden it's looking like if Orange is going to hold that and Pink goes for bottom right, this could become much more of a bonus game. I would try it as Pink at this point because it's like people in glass houses aren't going to want to throw stones, and like white and orange are both precarious on their bonuses, so they're not exactly going to be jumping to break you and let you break them back. So I actually think all of a sudden this has really transitioned into more of a bonus taking game. And I think like that's caught Blue off guard because I think if he'd known how bonus heavy this was going to be, I think he would have taken something turn one. But I think he might be even rethinking now, like it could be that top bonus. Like his five is ready to take that white one. Yeah, it's really interesting opening. Now I do need to do a message about our sponsor. I think I'll have to dig out what the command was for that. But yeah, it's quite promising though. Yeah, this we've got a sponsor for this tournament. I think they're giving us some money towards the prize fund, so we do want to give them a nice shout out. Let's see. Yes, actually, yeah. Blue took the move, so he goes for the top bonus. He doesn't get greedy taking that extra one at the bottom. I wonder does White want another bonus here? Because I think he doesn't want to get behind, but at the same time, it's like where would he take if he did want it? So he opens up that three, which I guess it was previously defensive, wasn't it? Like it would only have mattered if someone broke in, whereas he's kind of made that more offensive now that he's kind of ready to make attacks, and we're seeing some alliance chat here. Like we're getting to see their secret private conversations. So actually, he's kind of, they white and orange are talking, and they're saying like, "Should we gang up on pink here?" And I can see the logic. I think pink is looking strong. No one likes to instantly lose. So I think they're eyeing up, how can we challenge the strongest player? And I think even taking out that one there, it may not seem consequential, but in a prog game, actually, the number of positions on the map is important. So removing that exclave does come at a cost for pink. But it seems like orange isn't quite committed to making that move. Like, he likes to talk the talk, but he doesn't seem to want to walk the walk with it. Like, that was his chance to clear that one. Now it's a four. He was a little too hesitant, and it's kind of the opportunity slipped away a little bit. Hmm. What would you guys be doing in Blue's shoes here? Like, he just seems to be in quite a nice position where he's gaining troops, not too many that he's a target. He's got like a good number of positions. Like you look at, he's got one, two, three, four, five, six positions. Why did he want that 3v1? Was he trying to go through the portal? It was a little unlucky, but I'm not sure he needed to. Like, I think it was fine having that position as it was. So White's eyeing up a second bonus, which I think it does make sense, doesn't it? Like he's getting a small bonus, other people are getting a big bonus. Wow, he was bold there. Yeah, they're not afraid here. I think all of them are have been quite confident. From my experience of playing with Lina, she tends to either die very quickly or win. There's I've rarely seen much in between. So I'll be curious to see, will it be a repeat of that this game, or will we see something different from the pink player? Ah, perfect. Mitch has tagged the sponsor. So looking at this, we want to give a major shout out to our sponsor, Route 66 HVAC, for sponsoring this entire event. Your Buddy Mongoose is the owner and he's hoping to demonstrate what other sponsors may be able to get in return for supporting our community. Please check out his company and leave a review about how awesome he is at https route66hvac/testimonials. Perfect. I'll have a quick look at that actually. So basically, if you're looking for the best HVAC Sapulpa OK has to offer, then Route 66 HVAC is the choice for you. They want people to be comfortable, provide top-notch installation, and you don't have to take their word for it. You can look at some of their customers to have to say about what they have to offer. They're meant to be quick, efficient. During a fried egg on the sidewalk, highly recommend. Great service, fixed my furnace on a cold winter night. Those guys worked out there. in single degree weather, ensuring I didn't spend the night cold. Okay, that's perfect. So, hot weather, they've got your back. Cold weather, they've got your back. And they're fast and efficient. What more can you want in an installation? See, it looks like purple's the troop leader here because it's their turn, but I actually think there are others getting more troops who, when it comes around for their turn, are going to be catching up on troops. Like, I think it's easy to fall into traps sometimes of, like, it looking like someone's going well when it's their turn, when actually, like, it's like on your turn, you're always going to get quite a nice position for yourself. What you've got to watch is if someone's still doing well when it's someone else's turn, then it's tight. So pink broke white there in revenge for taking out pink's four, which I think is fair, isn't it? Like, this bonus is worth five, so white took out pink's four. In revenge, pink took out +5 for white. Kind of showing that she doesn't want to be messed with. That 9 on the portal is really nice because not only does it defend the bonus, but also it gives a lot of openness to the map. Like, there's a lot of versatility to being able to point at the one, two, three, four, five, six different portals and to say, like, whoever's on any of those, like, if I want to kill one of them, like, I'm open to make the move. Particularly in prog, like, because you never quite know how things are going to play out. I think having your options open, ready for kind of multiple different potential kills, can be really valuable. Especially, yeah, the cards might not go how you expect. Other players might fail kills in unexpected ways. Being ready for anything is valuable. Pink's main weakness right now is the fact that they're only essentially in three positions because the 8 and the 4 in the middle are basically a line anyway. I think it helped them that Orange ummed and ahed and didn't end up. Ooh. So there's some real friction between pink and white here. So she's saying you can have the +5, but you can't have the +3. Meanwhile, I guess, yeah, pink has a +5, so they want white to have a +5. What they don't want is white to get +8. Red, very calculated in the fact that they're holding. Really, if you include that blizzard, kind of one, two, three, four, five, six positions. So yeah, not Driz isn't an easy kill, and he needs to be a hard kill because he's last in the turn order. So the card trades or the second hand of card trades could be quite big before his turn. So I think he's in a position where if he's not careful, he could get killed before he gets a chance to make his big move on the second card trade. But if he plays this right, he'll be getting a very large card trade that could be quite valuable. Yeah, blue getting removed in the top left. I did think it was odd that he felt the need to like make the extra attacks there instead of just taking a card when he could have just happily had a 3 sitting there, possibly even into the end game, and just made it a lot harder to kill him. And again, I think we're starting to see some more friction. So blue lost. So blue had a 5 and he had a 5. He got greedy, so he wanted a 5 and a 3, giving him 8. But that backfired because he lost the 5. So he had 5. He wanted 8, but he ended up getting 3. It's a good concept for a tournament. This big map theme actually, because especially with a lot of players, it allows there to be a lot going on in the map, so that there is a lot of skill to it and a lot to think about. What's White's plan up there? 3 territories. Did he want to take out an orange territory because orange had 12 territories and he wanted to bring him down to 11 to cost orange the extra troop? And I guess he did that to purple as well, so purple would have been on 13, now on 11. So he cost a troop for orange, he cost a troop for purple in deployment. Will that turn out to be worthwhile? Or has he created enemies? Did you see that? Orange took out blue. So is Orange frustrated, I guess, that Blue has two big bonuses and he's starting to say, like, you have a lot of bonuses, you have a lot of positions, do you really need all of that? So they started off very good neighborly, like almost unusually so, and actually we're starting to see that that the aggression's still there, it just took time to manifest. And Mitch says Liner with the 1 point portal hold as well. Yeah, that feels powerful. And it doesn't feel like anyone's reacting to it, really. It's kind of tricky because it's like, even if they wanted to, like, what would they do? Okay, so forced card trades here on 5. And at a brief glance, yeah, there's actually a big range in troops. Blue all the way down to 33 and orange all the way up in 51. But I mean red and pink on 49 as well. Could no, it's not quite. It's not worth it yet. But I was just thinking, like, could somebody go wild and get the kill in the first card card trade? Nobody card skipped as well, which I think that's yeah the conventional approach. So seeing the 4 trade from purple, 6 from blue, then it'll be 8, 10, 12, 15. So actually, red's gonna have a lot of troops if he doesn't die. Same with pink. And Kilted says, "Yo, Sterling is casting. Let's go. Welcome to stream, Kilted. How's it going, man?" I think last time me and Kilter, because we were just mentioning that they didn't card skip. Last time me and Kilter, I think it was PRT we were playing together. Like I was in a really bad position, so I card skipped because I was thinking like, if I play this normally, like it's just a certain death. So I just want to do something weird, like high risk, volatile, because like maybe something unusual happens and all of a sudden a bad position just gets lucky and it works out all right. Then like every other player ended up card skipping like after me because I was going first until I think Jacko because he was in a very strong position. He didn't need he didn't need the card skip. He was just like I'll play this safe. Like I've got this in the bag and actually like he did. He just he went very smoothly for him. He got the kills and yeah pushed him to a victory. Rode out the wave very nicely. I think we see that in Risk often that when you're in a good position, you can afford to play things safe. But I think it's sometimes once you are losing, you have to make some of the riskier, crazier looking moves. Jacko says, "I remember that," and I think it's worth noting as well that Jacko did practice for that as well. So I think he just had more objective skill on the settings we're playing. Yeah, Pink's on a lot of troops. Same with Orange. Like the first 3 players are going to start to lag behind a little bit if they can't get a kill because they're going to be getting the slightly shorter straw on the trades. Mitch on Risk says dab. I love these PRT emotes. They're perfect. I wonder if I have pumps to use these emotes. Oh, it's locked. I wonder. Oh, because I'm looking on mobile on my Sterling account. There probably is a way to do it on PC, but I don't know how. To like comment as PRT with a general dab. He says, "Oops." Why is that an oops? Did he want a kill? But not this turn. Like, why would he go for a kill onto a 3 card player? Why? Genuinely, I have no idea why that's oops. Like maybe he didn't want that many troops there, but it's still I think he's in a good spot. Like and Jaka says, yeah, I was confident in that game. I knew that going first in trade order was probably a huge advantage, so I was surprised people let me claim that position from yeah. I was surprised that I was thinking like I'm in a bad spot, I'll do a weird move. But like yeah, other people did follow along. I think this is the turn we'll start to see the tension mount. You know, people are on four cards, and it starts to reach a point where a kill could be viable. If not this hand, the next hand of cards. White's actually quite lined up in a way because like it looks like he has all these things going on in the middle, whereas really there's only a one separating like his five from the rest of it, and there's like one separating seven. So it's like if someone just cleared like basically he has one position in the middle, one which is on a portal, which kind of isn't hard for anyone to get because it's a portal. His only hard position to get is the eight in the top left, but then there's three people right next to that. So I think White needs to be quite conscious of red, black, red, purple, or orange kill on him, especially if he can't trade on four. I think if he can't trade on four, that could be GG for him. And Jackie says Zycron has excellent line alliance to the third set. Third set. So yeah, his 10 faces her 14. His 8 faces her 6. And I guess the portal. His seven's kind of close to the 20. I think that's the hard one, really. I guess he can just go through the ones. So he just need to get more on that. But apart from that, like, he's quite clean. I think the kills are a little bit harder as well because of the bonuses. Like without bonuses, it's often unambiguous. You're like, okay, yeah, the cards they have are worth way more than the troops it's going to cost to kill them. Whereas I think sometimes if someone holds a bonus for long enough, it reaches a point where you start to question is it is it really worth the troops it's going to cost me to make this kill, or am I just throwing the game and bringing them down with me? I'm not sure why he wanted that portal because he already has a portal. That's not good news for purple, is it? That he couldn't trade on for. I think he couldn't rather than wouldn't, right? Like if he did have it, he would have used it. It really wouldn't be beyond reason that if a few of the others trade that he could die right now. He's just got to hope that nobody trades. So that's not good for purple because like now the value of the trade is even more if somebody else, even if blue doesn't kill him, like if someone else wants it, it's just even easier now. Does blue make a move? No. Mitch says liner with no position on the left is going to make kills tough. Hmm. Yeah, I should have to use that 22, I guess, and go through other stuff. which for purple would work at the moment, right? Unless someone guards. White doesn't seem to be going for a kill, but he is upping the trade value. Yeah, what's the call, guys? Do you think purple survives this round, or is he going to die quite soon? It's kind of interesting sometimes when people don't die. I think, well, unless red trades and kills him, he survives. Gilded says, I love the idea of a tourney based around the largest maps. Yeah, it's a good theme. Mitch says hashtag size matters and Kilted does like a laughing face. He was really thinking there, where did he want his troops? I'm still questioning why he wanted two portals. He's in a good spot though. He has a lot of troops, a lot of positions. I think he'll be alright. Purple did survive. I think if we don't see anyone make a kill this turn, and everyone gets to trade in their 5 cards, this could turn into a bit of a longer game. You know, and it kind of reaches the point where it's like everyone kind of has quite a lot of troops already, so it's not that worth killing. They still haven't kicked you out for forgetting to tie it up at the front. The row by me. A funny moment for people to join soon. Cecil Durgan says, can Silent kill Tyler? I think possibly if he'd gone for it. I don't know whether he wanted it. I don't know whether he wanted to risk it. I wonder, does Orange try a kill on pink while the 5 cards are there? Or is this going to turn into more of an end game where everyone is stocky? They're really thinking hard about deployment. Why did he want his 44 there particularly? Does he want to kill like orange or red? Orange trades. Does he make the move on pink? Or is this going to be a bit longer game? I think if he was making the move on pink, well, actually, because there's the portal there, he'd put quite a lot for the portal, wouldn't he? It'd also need the 27. No, I just takes a card. And Trisk says, "Wow, I didn't know these portals are possible for Bing." Yeah, it's literally nuts, isn't it? It's like it creates an area that, apart from the portal, isn't even accessible to the rest of the map. Yeah, don't take a stream. Let's do a little shout out for our organization. Let's see if this works. Exclamation mark PRT. So yeah, shout out to the group running this tournament. Professional Risk Takers is a rapidly growing esports association for Risk Global Domination. Many top players are joining to play in exclusive tournaments, achieve pro status, and earn dollars. Membership fee is £25 a year or £20 with code Grandmaster. Don't miss out. Join the community today at www.professionalrisktakers.com/join. So Lion is leading the troop count now. Why is that? Did she get a bigger bonus than Driz? They both have 5. Yeah, I don't know how she managed that. They both have +5. Ah, she's got the bonus at the top as well. And they've had this, like, Red's got more out of her cards. Is, like, are the other players going to be a fan of the fact that Liner has 2 bonuses? Like White, especially with his one little bonus, that and she took the other one off him. Like, is he just going to allow it because he doesn't want to fight? Or actually, oh, is he? Why did he want to remove? Is he just advancing the game basically by removing purple, or was there more to it than that? Just trying to make it a little bit easier for somebody to get a kill at some point. Jacko makes a strategic observation. He says, in the next set of trades, it will probably be profitable to make kills on 4 cards, but after that, it will quickly decay in value. So the next 2 to 3 rounds are crucial. Yeah, I think that's a good point. It's like there's an almost now or never aspect of there's certain times that it is profitable to make the trades, and if those windows are missed, then those opportunities won't keep springing up forever. They need to kind of make the most of it as it when it's there. Make hay while the sun shines, as they say. They've actually kept things quite tight in terms of territory counts. Like looking at it, like we've got a couple of people hovering at 12, but otherwise they've kind of managed to keep people around that 11 mark. There's nobody running away with like 15, 18, 21 and like pulling out loads of troops just off territory alone. Yeah, Lila looks quite far ahead. I think it's often her strategy to make risky moves in the beginning that either that might backfire, but if they go well, it gives her a lot to play with. And if those risky moves pay off, then she's a lot more comfortable in the end game. Where I think some of the other players who've played quite a careful, safe early game, now they're going to have to take more risks in the end game if they want to win. Okay, so Purple's going in for the kill on White. 67 troops left. He's got a 20 heading in against the 12. 66 stack against 40. He should have this. 30. Yeah, he's got this. Come on, man. Don't run out of time. And Purple takes the kill on White. Well done. Trades in for 4. He killed about 80. Hopefully, Zycron spectates. What's that trade for? 55. I didn't catch how the dice were. So that was sort of He killed 80 troops for 55, so about break even, right? So he's not especially. I guess he got the extra card too, so I don't think he's really worse off than he was before. But he has moved the game forward from a six-player game to a five-player game, which kind of increases his chance of winning. And he got the extra card. The other thing is he'll. Is there bounty points in this tournament? Like if he took the bounty, that has value as well. So white. I mean, sorry, blue. I don't really understand that move. Like just hits. Does he feed the kill? Is that what he's going for here? He like wants somebody else to kill red. Because he just seems to have sort of like randomly bitten a chunk out of red without trying to kill him. Is it something to do with the fact that blue's on five cards and he wants to create a distraction where like they kill red instead of him? Maybe it's a placement play, like kind of play for second. Maybe if he knows that he's not going to win, they'd rather they kill red first by feeding the kill. I do remember once we were playing a tournament practice once. It was like fixed cards on some big map. It was a long while back, and it was like me and Tyler were playing like with a few other like newer players, and like I was winning like I had the most troops, but like not enough that I could like force a win. I just had like more than the other players, but nowhere near more, like half of the total troops. And then like one of the other players got mad that like Tyler was just also like keeping his own bonuses and not attacking me and just kind of playing for second. So that player just suicided into Tyler and they both died and I won. So pink makes the move on red now, which kind of I think that is what orange wanted, right? Like he wants to feed the kill so that red gets killed before he does. I'd be a bit annoyed if someone did that to me though. Oh, a bounty only adds points when they finish. So it's like we don't know yet whether it was worth it for Silent to do that, but I think it probably was because he didn't really, it didn't cost him troops particularly. But that was a really weird. Like he put the troops in a place and then just immediately fortified them. So purple trading early on three. Is this his? Is that because he wants to kill blue while blue's on five cards? I like the move actually. It's probably again roughly break even depending on the dice, if but it's still just good, isn't it, to have the extra cards that you'll pick up along the way and to remove the player before he trades. And I think if he does this right, it could be he could be onto something with a kill on orange. It's whether he can get the troops in the right places, isn't it? That he's kind of he's got the 30 on the portal. The 17's not bad. 32 is not bad. It's just that it's that 55, isn't it, in the middle? Does he have enough to get that? It's a squeeze, isn't it? 44 to kill 55 with a little bit of help from a 7. I think he's seeing like maybe it's not happening. He's eyeing it up with the other things. Yeah, I think he played the other sides a little too safe and then kind of didn't leave himself enough troops to take out that remaining stack. And it was, I guess, part of it is that he's already covering a lot of the board, so he's kind of blocking himself from using his troops in other directions. So Orange does get to trade in his cards. You know, he was on the brink of death there, but I think fortunately for him, Silent didn't try killing his 50. Is he killing Pink or is he just maiming Pink? Maybe trying to block her in a little bit. I mean, it could be a kill, right? Pink says oops. Because they 195 versus 133. Is second worth something in this? He says that was a misplay by Silent. Should have used the portal stack to go to the missing stack. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Sometimes in the heat of the moment to get all the right moves, but yeah, often there is a way that if you played something perfectly, that you'd find a way to win. Can Pink trade on three, or are they going to become an appealing kill? I don't know whether if one of them trades to kill her though, do they want do they still want the kill if they're just going to be sitting on three cards, or is it a kill that they kind of want without the trade and then they trade? Hmm. It's quite tight here, actually. It's like I think Pink's a little behind on troops, but it's really anyone could win depending on how this is played. Like I don't think anyone's out yet. It's interesting how Pink's gone from a position of being the strongest player to actually the weakest as a result of the others making bold moves that played off quite nicely. Plus 15 for Silent as well, isn't it? 31 territories. So like the territory count itself is actually really fleshing him out there. Plus 10 on that. And then he's got his plus 5. They've really got to keep their eye on how do they open themselves up to kill, and how do they keep the others blocked so that they're hard to kill. Is he going for the kill now, or is he just preparing, doing the groundwork to make it easier when it does happen? Yeah, I think he's. Does he does he want Orange to go for it, or does he just want it to be easier later? Give himself more, make it hard to kill him because he's got a lot of territory. Easy to kill her when she hasn't got a lot. Removing some of her external positions. And Gus212 says, hey Gus, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, so it seems like Silent has managed to get Orange to take the bait. I feel like they were talking in their alliance chat, and they sort of probably communicated like if you hit some, I'll hit some. And I think Silent didn't have to do much there, did he? Just a four and some ones. This is tight, isn't it? So Orange trades. They're on very similar troops, but it does matter. It matters quite a lot, really, that it's Orange's turn because he gets the first hits, and with attacker's advantage, that can really be worth quite a lot. And the initiative of like he gets to choose how to use the troops. Still close though. His dice weren't what I would have expected, and he's been a little bit slow there. So all of a sudden, oh, does Silent not have the trade? I think that's game ending. Yeah, I think if Silent had traded, I think he kind of had the upper hand though. If he had made a really good play on that turn. Yeah, Kilter says Silent wins with trade. Ripperino. Mickett says oof. That's rough, isn't it? And there's nothing that can get him out of this now because like Orange will trade. Like Orange would have to just majorly choke for time to really give any chance. So I think that's what Silent's playing for, isn't it? Is that his only hope is that Orange runs out of time because he's certainly not going to run out of troops. Is he able to get enough territories that Orange can't get it all in one turn? I think Silent might be playing on mobile there because he's actually not like maybe as fast as he would have hoped for that turn. Like I think a super fast player on PC could have got a little bit more. So now 38 territories in 60 seconds, but he's like procrastinating. He kind of used 15 seconds on deployment and then blocked his 89. Did like is it just is it just me that caught that? So this it's not it's not certain that Orange wins this. He could choke for time. And that 33 is looking a lot harder to kill now that he put his 89 in a corner than if it had been open. Carter says whiffed it LMAO. Yeah, I mean he really had that in the bag numerically. That's gotta hurt. Imagine if he'd like kept it blocked by accident. 89's very open. Does huh. So the 89 is open to the portals, but the tricky thing for Silent is that he does have portals. Like if Orange had had all of the portals, I think there would have been an interesting play where Silent just tried to keep Orange with all the portals and keep him blocked. But I think because Silent had portals too, it's kind of squeezed his hand a little bit and kind of forced him to have to hit that 89 instead of blocking it, which I think keeps it a lot closer. Like if Orange trades now, it could be back to square one. His 30's blocked as well. Yeah, it's not easy. These end game 1v1s on these very large maps against top players. That 30 is also not open to everything. So there's places for Tyler to hide. Who trades on 3 decides it. Yeah, it should do. Yeah, unless one of them slips up. I think if they both don't trade on 3, that kind of helps Silent, doesn't it? Because he's currently holding a lot of territory. So that's gonna like he's gonna gain troops even without the cards. Tyler really needed that trade. I'd have tried to like attack up and like 2v1 to break that top right bonus. Yeah, 90. Yeah, and the trade. Okay, yeah. Well played. That was a real comeback though from no trade on 4 going into that 1v1. Like that could easily have slipped out of his hands. It's always possible to lose though, isn't it, if someone's just slow. Like I think theoretically Tyler like should have had this one certainly, but it just didn't quite work out that way with the time. Kilton says Silent played a great game. He deserves this. Yeah, I think he had some bold kills, and I think they paid off. I think it was clever. Like him instigating the kill on liner was interesting as well. Let's see if they'll join the like a post game chat.